Does that say current bid at 10.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, have you heard that they're bulletproof?
I've also heard that this is the pinnacle of BMW reliability, which always seemed like a low bar to me. Oof, look
Yeah.
how dirty. And when you're rich, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean, why? This is Bid Left Nut, the talk show, game show, shit show, where we analyze auctions for the cars that we love, cars that we would want to own, cars that we would consider bidding our left or right nut for. We're not just going to compare cars and bids to bring a trailer, which a lot of people do. We're going to go head to head, mano a mano, wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper, sea to shining sea. Did I miss anything there? Let me introduce Johnny Miata, my co-host.
Goodness, Stace Ghost. I think that's quite an introduction to an amazing show that we have today.
Check this out. We're going to talk about 3 pairs of cars that were built for enthusiasts and 1 car that was built for money bag enthusiasts.
I'm an enthusiast.
First of all, we're going to look at this pair of M5s.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
We're also going to look at these 2 C8 Corvettes. And if we haven't put you to sleep by halfway through the show, the cozy interiors of these Bentley Continentals most likely will. And we're going to round out the show with everybody's favorite 911, the 997. We have a .1 and a .2. Again, one is on Bring a Trailer, one is on Cars and Bids.
Okay.
Not only are we putting these auction platforms head to head, but Johnny and I are going head to head as well. We each make auction predictions on what these dream boats will sell for, and whoever is closer wins it all. The prize this week is a shirt from BlipShift. If you haven't been to BlipShift, they have really cool crowdsourced clothing for car junkies like us. They don't sponsor the show, although we'd be open to a conversation if they are. But I thought it'd be a kind of cool prize, Johnny.
I love it. Do I get to pick, or is it just selected for me?
No, I mean, if you win, you pick and I will get it for you. But most likely, if I win, you get me what I want.
I'll get you what you want. Just send me your size.
Do you remember what we wagered last week, Johnny?
I remember we talked about cheesesteaks, but that's probably because I missed breakfast. What did we end up negotiating for a prize?
Yeah, okay. So if you didn't see last week's episode, I said if I win, Johnny has to detail one of my cars because John is an amazing detailer. And if he won, I was going to buy him a new microphone.
Yes, I'm excited to get my new microphone or detail your car from 6 hours away.
In order to see who won, we have to first take a look at those auctions.
Let's go.
We had this Lamborghini Diablo replica. John, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
I can't because I'm smiling so much. This Lamborghini Diablo replica, but it is of all the replicas we looked at, this was the nicest ones. If I'm looking at the results, sold for almost $100,000.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But also, if you look at our results,
Yeah, you killed me. I was only at 21%.
21%.
Let's take a look at the second car we had up. John, tell us a little bit about this car.
We happened to come up with the same number.
But not only did we come up with the same number, we were damn close.
We're good at this. I don't want to toot our own horns, but also beat, baby. Beautiful car, 39,000 miles on it, 6-speed manual. I mean, it has full service history, but there were some things that were in the service history that were weird or questionable. The car had a full set of tires within a few months of each other, which seemed weird.
2 sets of tires. That is weird.
Other thing about this car, well, with the full respray, there was overspray on it. And the fact that it still looks so clean and nice and beautiful, and there was nothing on the Carfax that indicated any damage, was weird that it was resprayed. So I think with all of those factors, what you saw was a little bit of a suppressed, I think 27,000 was an amazing buy for this car if it didn't bother you that it was fully repainted.
Quick flip didn't help it either.
This car was under ownership for about 6 months, if I remember correctly. And the seller did address it in the comments, right?
He said, whoops, I bought a car I don't need. All right, let's move on to our third car last week, which was this beautiful 997. No, let's not even get to the performance yet. Let's hear a little bit about the car because I don't want your jaw to hit the floor.
You nailed it. Congratulations. That's very impressive. I think $73,000 is bought really, really well. 8,000 miles. This is your forever car. I mean, you get to just drive and enjoy for the rest of your life. Stunning and well bought at $73,000.
I agree. Do you remember we went old school here with this Chevelle?
Ah, I do remember this Chevelle, and we talked about how your brother owned a very, very similar automobile.
You're not familiar with this listing that we saw. This was on Hemmings. The guy who's selling the car doesn't know the displacement of the small block and didn't really know if it was a 2-speed automatic, which is mind blowing that somebody just would list a car and not have those basic details.
Fine, okay. But not getting in the car and driving it and hearing first gear, second gear, no more gears, must be a power glide, or third gear, all right, I got a turbo 350 in it. That's lazy,
Lazy.
right?
I was a tiny bit closer than you on this, but negligible. I mean, I still won, but I'm
You
not.
won.
I'm not going to brag.
You won.
I'm
Hey, I still think $32,000 is way too much for such a car that we don't know anything about.
same.
And we do know that it's not an SS. So $32,000. And to be fair, I wouldn't have even paid 25 for it. It's just a lot of money for a lot of unknowns.
Definitely well sold. So next up, we had our Mercedes-Benz 40th anniversary car, the SL 500. Tell us a little bit about this red beauty.
So it's worth noting that I am looking at the results real time. So if you see the surprise on my face, it's genuine. It's not, this isn't for the cameras, folks. I was way off. This was a 50th anniversary car, very rare. The color is rare. It says in the listing, one of 500 cosmetic defects that could probably be overlooked. It could also be remedied, relatively inexpensive. I thought it was a great car, and apparently somebody else agreed because they paid 15.5 for it, which I don't know. It's certainly not crazy money for an R129, but I thought it was
I
you
think
you did not though.
no, because I think you messed up when you went looking for comps. You went to like Edmunds or something, and I was like, "There's no way you're getting good comps on a special anniversary car over at Edmunds or CarMax or Carvana or wherever you were." The last one we looked at was this Tacoma, and John, you beat me here.
I'm not proud though.
We were both
What it
far
bid
off.
up to. It did not sell for
Correct.
24. If I could find in 21 Tacoma TRD, whether it's been touched by Flex or not, for $25, I will buy every one you can bring me. Not this time. I'm in my basement. There's not a lot of scenes to be made.
Boom. It was really,
Wow.
it was really close.
Wow. Okay. So you're good at this.
Yeah, only a little bit better than you, dumbass.
Until next week.
No, we're not waiting till next week. We're going to
You
do it
wait
right
till
now. What we have up first is the E39 M5. This is a car that would make most grown men cry, usually when something goes wrong with the clutch or cooling system. Timeless styling. It's got that V8 6-speed. This thing is equally at home drag racing stoplight to stoplight or zipping across time zones without breaking a sweat. So we've got two M5s entering the ring. We're going to see which platform we think is the best place to sell an M5. Johnny, have you heard the ownership myths of the M5 that they're bulletproof?
I've also heard that this is the pinnacle of BMW design. It's the pinnacle of BMW reliability, which always seemed like a low bar to me. Fine. I think that BMW absolutely nailed everything about this. The proportions, the performance. These are such amazing vehicles. So I'm not a big BMW guy, but I drink the Kool-Aid when it comes to the E39.
Yeah, and this one is currently on Doug DeMuro's Cars and Bids. It ends Monday afternoon. It's currently at $50,000. So,
Woo!
do you have a prediction on what you think this might go for? Wait,
So
hold on a second. Is that
hold
a
on.
fingerprint? No, that's a cloud. That's a right there.
Listen, we can control a lot of things, but we can't control the weather. Or can we? These cars occasionally go for way cheaper than I think they're going to go for. And in the same breath, these cars sometimes go for such an insane amount of money for what they are. I think it really largely depends on who's in the room and who's ready to buy when the auction is going on.
Let me give you some more details because that might help you with your prediction. So
Okay.
yeah, there's a wide range on the E39 M5s. This one has less than 50,000 miles, so it's still in the realm of collector car among purists. It's Silverstone metallic, which on an M5 is an easy sell. This car has no accidents, no stories other than the wheels, which are the Style 65s. The driver's side front wheel has been slightly curbed, according to the description. There's some recent service. And here's one interesting piece of inside baseball. This car was a no sale on P-Car Marketplace in the past at 55K. So you want to put on your crystal ball goggles and look into the future?
Yes, I do.
You want to know what it's currently at? Did you forget already?
It's $50,000. I
Okay.
know that it's at $50,000. We've got 3 days left. I know that it's the right spec, it's the right color. I think that there's several collectors, including Mr. DeMuro himself, who likes to talk about getting cars that came in the marketing colors, right? So you saw the M5 in the marketing of the time in Silverstone. Two-tone Napa. I mean, it's a well-spec'd car. I am stalling because I'm trying to figure out what
No,
a number I'm going to put
I
on it.
know.
I think that I would put on, I'm going to go 68 on this car.
No.
I know, but I think it's just if the right person is in the room. God, that seems heavy.
No,
All
no, no.
right.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should let you, because you could be right. You almost won the last event. Come on. 65? What'd you say? 68? What'd you say?
It's
85?
interesting how somebody can say almost and sound patronizing all at the same time. All right, fine. I'm gonna say 62.
62. Okay. That's not that bad. I came in around that area. I came in at 57.5. So we're going to see who is closer on this car.
I'm going strong money and I realize that, but it seems like if you want the right one that is in the sweet spot of you're not going to put a ton of miles on it. 44,000 is a relatively low mileage car, but also this isn't a car that you're going to stick in the garage and be afraid to drive.
You said 62 without realizing that it still had its flashlight. Does that change your bid at all?
I mean, 180,000. It's got the flashlight, and that is worth more than money.
Let's compare this car, which is on Cars and Bids, this guy, which is currently on Bring a Trailer. It ends Sunday afternoon. And just for comparison, this is a 2000, whereas the car we just looked at is 2001. I don't think in any generation, however, were pinstripes an option that you could check off when you're sitting at the salesman's desk.
Pinstripes make me sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than the pinstripes, you want to hear some details on this guy?
Please let me
All
know.
right. So this is a one owner car until 2024, which is a pretty rare thing to find. It has 95,000 miles. It's being sold by a dealer. It's in Oxford green metallic. The interior, I think it's called camel. Yeah, caramel. And pinstripes.
Just looking at the pictures, there's a colossal difference between the Silverstone that we just looked at and this car, right? This car's seen some stuff. And I know that it's
Twice the
listed.
mileage. Twice the mileage.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like you and your wife. You're twice as old as she is. So I mean, like,
that's true. She's such a young chippy, but this hasn't been babied. Let's say that. Maybe at some point it was, but like this looks like a used car. Whereas the Silverstone car, you could tell somebody's wiping it with a diaper or whatever they do. I will say I like the spec. I love Oxford green. It is probably one of my favorite BMW colors. Can you go back, please?
I
Just
know. I was trying to zip by that because I don't have an explanation.
it's the BMW phone, which is cool, but isn't there supposed to be a cover on it?
Yeah.
Nor are the exposed wires to the phone that's going to burn this car to the ground.
Hello?
It's a StarTAC, which is amazing. That's how you know you're old because you can recognize it,
Well,
not just
well, no, no. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So speaking of age, I wanted to ask you, and I want to find a good photo of. Here we go. Can we guess the original owner's age by the spec and those pinstripes?
yeah. I mean, this guy when he sold it, definitely in his early 80s. And you can tell that the original owner wasn't photographing it because if you go back 3 pictures, The blue Crocs are not the I can't say that word.
Wait, where are
Octa,
the blue Crocs? Did I miss them?
yeah, go back one. There you go. You can see them in the paint reflection. You know, a man in his early 80s knows better than to wear electric blue Croc.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. This angle right here, the way the tire is set, the colors, the pinstripe, I'm thinking this is like late 90s Nissan Maxima.
If a camera angle could be a car, this angle would be a Nissan Maxima. I think we should. Can we print up some T-shirts that say that? That's amazing. And not wrong, not wrong. And I like cars that I can bring to the next level. And this one certainly has some opportunity, right? If you can take that pinstripe off without wrecking the Oxford green underneath, if you
Yeah,
can
they're
do some
vinyl. They're
interior,
vinyl. You could peel them right off.
beautiful. I mean, if you can take care of if you can take care of the console, if you give it a really good detail, this car has potential, but there's a lot of work involved. Where on the other car that we looked at, it's not needed.
Yeah, I wanted to show you, speaking of that, I wanted to see if, yeah, this. It is a 25-year-old car. It's got 100,000 miles on it. And this engine looks every bit of that. The other car was incredibly clean. It's, yeah, twice the mileage. Working like right now, if somebody's shopping M5s, they've got one on Bring a Trailer, one on Cars and Bids. I wanted to mention the gauges. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah, these are the later gauges. Gray comes on the later cars. This is essentially the same. These are the same buttons that were in my E36 M3. Although,
They're this, yeah, they're
did it
every BMW.
did it have dual zone climate control? I can't remember. Somebody out there, tell me in the comments. Did the E36 that I owned for a long time have dual zone climate control? Because I can't remember.
The comments should be pouring in at any moment.
I know.
Look,
Did you wait? Hold on a second. Did you read the
yeah,
comments?
no, I did
Apparently,
not get to the comments on this car.
apparently the car was like just about overheating during when they were filming that video.
No, I mean, it's first off, I shouldn't sound surprised, right? It is a BMW,
Right.
but also you're going to want to have that sorted before you film a video.
Yeah. Well, the dealer says the aux fan is in the process of being replaced as we speak. Yeah. So
I was
that,
wondering what all that noise was.
yeah, the pusher fan should have been replaced before they went live. Anyway, this dude Sweeney 921, he knows his stuff about M5s. Do you want to talk about what this creature's going to sell for?
I do want to talk about what it's going to sell for, but in addition to that, is this a photo from when it was brand new?
This one, yes.
Can we talk just for a moment about one of my millions of pet peeves? Hey, thanks for showing me the brand new car back in 1999. I'm buying it in 2025. Like, get this out of here. I don't care. It doesn't look like that. I'm done. Sorry. And I think Julius Caesar looks great.
Hey, to
Don Rickles. Current bidding is at 14,250 Sunday. So we have a few days left, couple days left. But here's the thing, as of filming, it's at 14 and a half right now. I think it's gonna sell for low 20s. I have a lot of questions, right? I mean, it's great that the auxiliary fan's getting replaced, but we don't know how that's gonna work out. We don't know if it's gonna resolve the problem. And it's pretty poor form to show a car that's got some mechanical maladies and only talk about it once somebody else brings it up. So I think it's going to go for low 20s because these are desirable. But then how much money do you have to put into it to bring it up to the standard of the Silverstone car? I think it's going to sell for.
25.5 is what it's going to sell for.
Very, I don't have the extra 30 grand. Like I don't have it for my fun toy car
I know you.
addiction.
He's
Yeah,
not lying. He's not lying, ladies and gentlemen. This man's
I am
destitute.
pobrecito, as they say. So for me to get into an M5, this is likely the avenue that I have to take.
I know you said you liked Oxford Green. Do you think it's going to help it or hurt it?
Somebody that's going to buy this car, beggars can't be choosers. Oxford green is now your new favorite color. It's old man spec, but I'm quickly becoming an old man, and so I kind of like it. But
Old
if I was
man,
a young
take a
gun,
look at yourself.
yeah, if I was a young gun, I wouldn't want Oxford green. I probably wouldn't want old man tan interior, and I did not like wood grain when I was a younger fella.
You think it's going low 20s? You said 22, I think.
2023 is the number I put on it.
And I'm saying 25.5. Yeah. The other one's an appreciating classic, though. I don't know this one's going to appreciate anymore. That's something else to keep in mind. If we were spending someone else's money, the Silverstone car, I could see it going higher. I don't see this one moving out of its own way anytime soon. Sorry. All right, next up, we are switching from German steel to American fiberglass. Yeah. All right, so what we have here is a 2023 Vet. It's on Cars and Bids. It ends on Monday. And it's got 32,300 miles in only 3 years. So maybe somebody is daily driving this. What do you think?
Oh yeah, serviceable as a daily driver.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this is a decent one. It's Arctic white, I think, is that the color, and jet black. I'm guessing those are the creative names that they have for the colors on this car. This one has the Z51 package. It comes with a better rear axle ratio. It's got the rear spoiler. It's got the denim seat covers. It has the performance suspension, some other odds and ends.
High miles, 30,000 miles on these cars. People view these as collector cars, so I'm sure there are a ton out there with far less miles than this. Fine.
There are a ton of these cars out there, yeah. But not all of them have the Chevy protection plan that takes it to 2031. And who knows what's going to be happening in the world by 2031. So, yeah, that's
Into the next decade.
into the next decade. What do you think about the tow hook? Are you a tow hook fan or anti hook?
Do you need a tow hook on a 3-year-old car? No. But of all the really lousy aftermarket things you can buy for a Corvette, that's probably the least offensive. Okay.
Where are you coming in on this one? You coming in strong?
Again, 23.
Yeah, it's a 23.
Can I punt and ask you to make the first?
$1. The number of the
There you
beast.
go. And will they include the square steering wheel?
You'll get the square steering wheel. You will also get the 2 pedals. There's no third pedal on this. I don't mind the square wheel. I just don't like that there's so much space above the center.
Fine. If Frankenstein was a steering wheel,
Correct.
he would look like this.
That's right.
I think you've got to discount it, so I'm going to go 62.
62. Okay. That's a decent number. That's a decent number. Well, if we're talking about a high mileage car, let's switch over and talk about a low mileage car. So we have a 2024 Corvette. Again, it's got the Z51 package. It's got the 2LT package. It's got, I think it had like GT2 seats in it. It's on a Bring a Trailer. It actually ends today. And it's in cacti green. And I don't know if you noticed this, John, but it has the body colored accents.
Like this color right off the bat.
No pun intended because it's on BAT.
Pun intended. I like it. I also like no spoiler. I like
You noticed that. That was good. You noticed the
yeah,
spoiler delete.
I
Yeah.
like no spoiler. I prefer that. I also I don't like the canopy in black. In my opinion, I don't know, it cheapens the car for some reason in my eyes. So, and how many miles did we say this car has?
1300.
Somebody's going to have to step up for this car. So my prediction, if you're asking,
No. Oh, yeah. I'll go first if you want, or
no.
it's
You
at
went first the last
67.
time.
It's at 67.
It's at 67 with 3 hours to go. So I think it's going to be bid up to 72.
Okay.
72. So I don't know. It could even go a little more, but I'm going to stick to 72. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's going more than that. So I saw some comps that were in the 95,000 range, and this car's stickered at 95. I think we know that these cars are not pulling the money that they used to just because there's so many of them. This car has low miles. I think it is a cool spec. I'm going to say that this is 87. It's an $87,000 car.
Can I change my bid?
Sure, you can. Go ahead.
All right. 87, I think, is still really strong. 78, though.
78?
I don't think it's going to break 80. I think it's going to do 78.
You know, with the last M5 that we looked at, which was green with a um, tan interior, this is green-ish with a tan-ish interior. This doesn't look old man to me, though.
As a guy that has a convertible with a black leather interior, I am really turned off by black leather interiors because of how hot they get in the summer, especially if your top comes off or your passenger's top comes off.
Hi-yo! I think this is a great looking car. You wouldn't have to twist my arm too much.
Same, same.
All
Okay.
right. If you're enjoying these auction tips and asinine comments, please give us a thumbs up. It's going to help other people find us so that they can waste their time as well. I have to remember.
Preach, brother. Preach.
And hang on, because at the end of the show, we are still going to reveal the 2997 turbos. We've got two very different cars, and they're going to end in very different auctions. Hang on for that. Up next, we have a pair of Bentley Continental GTs. We've got a Series 1, which is this one, and we've got a Series 2, which is right after this. This is 37,000 mile, 2010 Continental. It ends Monday afternoon. It's on Bring a Trailer right now. And the first thing I got to ask you, my friend, is the holiday week going to hurt this listing?
Yes or no. I'm not sure.
Come on.
Like, look, you have more eyeballs while everybody is off of work. You also have people that are forced to spend fun time with their families.
Yeah. Right.
So maybe, oh, look, they live in a duplex, but they have a Bentley.
I thought that's why I pulled this up. I thought the same thing. And nothing against anybody who lives in an industrial park or has the senior citizen bus pulling up to get you. But I just wouldn't have taken a photo here.
You don't usually see fire escapes and Bentleys together. Okay, first off, do you like these?
I do. And I like the look of the second gen car better. And my wallet will hate me for saying this, but I like the idea of the W12 because in my mind, the W stands for win. It does not stand for woe is me, but I do like them.
I am a Volkswagen guy. I love my Volkswagens, but I don't love VR6s so much that I want two of them in my car.
You know, Jason Camisa, he says that that's like the best sounding V6 ever.
It's cool. I mean, I like the VR6, but I don't like the VR6 twice.
Yeah. Okay.
These cars are nice. I think that they suffer from, in my opinion, the fact that you can pick up one relatively cheap. They are in the depreciation curve at a point where people that should not own these, and they're starting to look like it. This one's a little special though, right?
Yeah, this is like the Studio 51 model or Area 51 model. Series 51. That like was a reference to the opening of their design studio in 1951 or something like that.
We're really grasping at straws, aren't we, Bentley?
You
Yeah,
know,
this is,
we do talk about the lack of interesting interiors in the automotive landscape, but
but then we make fun of them when they show up.
actually, yeah. So I was going to say, and I had a joke prepared for this. This is the car Elvira would have taken to the prom.
It's you're right. You lament the loss of colors in interiors, but I don't know that red is the champion of bringing colors back in all sorts of cars, not just Bentleys, but the red is so vulgar at times, right? And oxblood, a darker red. Again, look, I'm an old man with a white beard, so what the hell do I know? The bright red just seems so jarring to me. Can't we ease into it a little bit? Hey, look, the man's leg. How nice.
Yeah. What do you think about the quilted seat? I mean, like, it's opulent, hey, with style. But I'm not trying to be negative because I actually kind of like this. And I think if you remember, my 4C has some quilted Alcantara.
When it first came out, it was amazing, right? I wish I had it in whatever car I had, a dozen, 15 years ago. I think now with the advent of the quilted floor mats that you can buy off of Temu, it cheapens the whole experience.
Do you mean cheapen in a bad way or a good way?
Not,
There's that W12. What do you think this monster's going to go for? Or do you want me to guess first?
what's the current bid on this bad boy?
Current bid, I thought it was like 35.
35. How many miles are on it? Because I forgot.
37,000.
37,000, 35,000 current bid. It's got 3 days. It is a special edition. So I'm going to call this one. It's 2010. Sorry, last question.
Yeah, 2010, 37,000 miles. It's on Bring a Trailer. The auction ends soon. It was driven by a person. They live in an industrial complex. Any other questions? Oh, and it's from England.
I could tell by the Union jacket. How 3 days? 53,000
53? Okay. I'm in the same ballpark. I came in at 47. You're coming in richer than me on this.
premium. I'm putting a premium on it because of the two things. One, it's whatever Series 51 edition is. I know we talked about it. And then number two, it is the facelift model that doesn't have ridiculous amount of wiring issues that the earlier cars had.
This looks like something out of Indiana Jones.
It does, and the Temple of Boom.
We are looking at another Bentley Continental. This one's on cars and bids. This is a 2016 Bentley Continental GT V8S. It ends later today, private party sale. It's got the Mulliner driving specification. Hey, and Johnny,
Yeah.
people say that green is the color of money. I think this blue is the color of money. I think it's called Marlin Blue. I think this is a good looking car. I would take this over the cacti Corvette.
I don't love it, but I understand it. I accept it
You accept its presence in the world.
for sure. And all of its Mars and scrapes.
Yeah.
Wow. That could use a detail. Oof, look
Yeah.
how dirty. Did somebody never hear of a soft bristle brush to clean?
I know.
It's fine. When you're rich, it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't have included this photo. And I think sometimes the auction platforms should recommend, or maybe they do, and I just don't know about this. They should say to the seller, hey, we're not going to publish that photo because it shows all the scratches. Well, actually, Cars and Bids does a good job. They've got that section known flaws in their auction descripting.
Can you go back? Go back one. Let's look.
Are you looking at this chrome?
No. There's the chrome there. I was looking at the tires, but I'm not looking at anything. They're fine. They're in great shape. At quick glance, I was like, are they bald? But they're not bald. They're just Pirellis.
Hey, it's a nice car.
It's nice.
What
This
is
is
this?
nice.
What is this? The interior sunshade, is that the reflection off of it?
I believe so. Either that or it's just got the defrost wires so close together. I'm interested to see what the interior looks like on this bad boy.
Well, it's funny you should ask because we have photos of the interior of this bad boy.
All right. So I like the knurled or turned aluminum dad.
Yeah, me too. Let's go back.
I think that looks very, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it continues over here. Yeah. I think it
Pretty.
looks good.
Yeah, it looks the part. The black and gray for the rest of the interior, man, you can't please me. If you have it Bordello red, I'm not happy. If you have it off white and black like a Panda, I don't love it. I do like those gauges. 42,000 miles. Okay, so 42,000 miles. It's a nice, well-kept car. It's got all the things. It does need a detail, but fine. What do you think, man? What's this going to sell for?
I wanted to ask you if you took a look at the comments, and there's a Carfax snafu that's brewing.
No.
Yeah, let's see if we can find that. So, damage reported to the rear, which sounds like something that might happen if you have too much spicy food. Rear
Sure.
Yeah. But the owner in the comment section says when he bought it just recently, he had no idea there was an accident. And he said he didn't believe it was on the Carfax. Here, AZ
Frankly,
Hutch.
shocked and outraged. He didn't include that, but I know he
No.
said it when he was writing it.
Yeah, so he is very sure it was not there in 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else is he going to say?
What else? Right.
All right, what's it going to sell for? We got 4 hours left.
Yeah, what are we at?
We are currently at 41,000, 2016. It's got 42,000 miles on it.
I think this is a good car. I had in my notes, I had $63,000, which sounds insane at the moment.
I mean, As a 2016, I don't think you're wrong. But again, these cars are no longer exclusive, meaning it's still a Bentley, but there's a lot of these cars out there because they made them for 160 years. What'd you say? 63?
I said
62?
63, and I think I'm going to lose this if you come in anywhere under that.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think I'm at 57.
I'm going to stick at 63, and we're
Okay.
going to see who takes the cake home. Not the Bentley. Neither of us are driving this thing home.
No, I'll take some cake over the Bentley.
Although it is
Love to.
ending soon. I mean, you can go into the holiday week with a new Bentley.
New Bentley that I can live in. That sounds amazing.
Would you take the W12 or the V8?
I would take the V8
For simplicity, or just for the rumble, or what's your problem?
for simplicity's sake because I will always be a cost effective guy, right? Like I always would take, I don't necessarily want to go crazy on maintenance. I would rather enjoy the experience of the car. I get it. Everybody should own a V12 once in their lives, but
Or
this is not,
W12 or W.
or a W12, fair enough, but this is not the car that I would do that in. I would take the V8 all day long.
Okay, that's fair. I want to say I would be sensible and take the V8 as well, but I don't think I'm that sensible. I think I'm more of an idiot.
And to be fair, if you're buying a Bentley, why are you still focused on being,
Yeah, roll
yeah,
those dice.
do
Caution
it.
to the wind. All right. We have two sevens. One is on Bring a Trailer. This is a .1, and then we have a .2 that's ending on Cars and Bids. They're both Tiptronic, or in the case of the .2, a PDK. They're both black. I think these might be the worst
Yeah.
effing photos I have seen. And this is a dealer who's selling this. All right, what are we looking at here? The stamped concrete? Because we're not looking at the car.
I thought you were going to go with the wheels. Funny enough.
Why?
I don't like those wheels.
Oh, you shut your mouth. But look, the
Yeah.
top of the car is cut off in the photo.
Yeah, these are not great photographs.
They get
But it's
worse.
clear. Oh God, why are they doing this to us? All right, so let me ask you this. Let's zoom out for a moment. A turbo cab. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Because if you want a turbo, you want to go fast. If you want a convertible, you want the sun in your hair.
The top speed of the cab is something like 8 miles an hour less than the coupe. I want a lot of wind in my hair. Dude, having owned a 997, if you put the windows up and you put the rear wind deflector up, you could go low 3-digit speeds and it feels fine.
I'm disputing that. I guess I separate going fast from having the top down. What is this guy doing?
Billy Bob Thornton. It just looks like his fingers are trying to get into the front.
Come on. I mean, look, it's a nice car. I shouldn't poo-poo it. It is a beautiful car. Oh God. All right. So speaking of poo-poo, I don't appreciate turbo cabs, but
Which part do you think he didn't want to include in this photo because he zoomed in or cropped it? The nose of the car is gone and the windshield is gone.
yeah, he was making some choices and obviously not looking into the viewfinder in any capacity. Passenger door.
He's got the
What?
meter upside down.
And upside down, and it doesn't capture the third digit, which is pretty awesome. 4.5.
It really is.
Driver's door. Yes, but in some of these photos, the paper is now part of the paint reading, which is, it's comical. I appreciate the effort, right? He's definitely doing the right thing, just the wrong way. Great car. Looks like it doesn't have any excuses. How many miles are on this bad boy?
This car has the 15,000, which is low.
Crazy low. 15,000. It's a cab. It's in beautiful shape. It is a turbo. Does that say current bid at 10.5?
John, there is zero activity here, except this dude Stace Ghost makes a really good point about the photos. Zero activity. Nobody's talking about this car. Very few bids. It's at 10 grand with 3 days to go. The seller is not even talking it up.
It's got the chrono package.
Yeah.
It's got it's
some aftermarket. It has some Bluetooth, the wireless adapter, and is also has a backup camera.
okay. I mean, all right. So, all right. What do you think this thing's going to go for? I have. If there's a way to be bored with a 911 turbo, I'm there.
It is super low miles. It is a dot one, which gets the Mesger engine, which is a big deal for Porsche people, but I don't know if the later engine is any worse. It just doesn't have the Mesger name to it. This car should go for 105. It's not,
Wow.
it's not going to though. It's not going to come anywhere near that because of the photos. The photos are going to hold it back. I think this is going for 90, but it's not going to sell. The high bid is going to be about 90. And this is a really good opportunity to get a bargain of a car, but I don't think the seller, who is a dealer, by the way, he's not a seller, he's a dealer because he's not going to sell this car. I don't think he's going to take 90 for it, but that's where this auction is going to close.
15,000, 2008 Metzger engine, good color combo, no excuse car.
Never. Am I never wrong?
Well, let's not go that far, but yeah, I think it's going to bid to 88. I'm going even a little lower. I think it's going to bid to 88. And I agree with you. I don't think the seller's going to take that, nor do I think the seller should take it. It's just a terrible time of the year to sell a 911 turbo cab.
Yeah. Do you know what happens when this car hits 88 miles an hour?
It's something about lightning.
Yeah. The final car we're looking at today is another 997. This is a dot two. This is happening on Cars and Bids, and the photography is a real relief coming from this pile of mess. Johnny, we got another black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's a turbo cab. I know you're not a fan. It is also a PDK. It's got higher miles. The interior is black. But what do you think of this beauty?
How many miles before we go further?
It's 40,600.
Okay. All right. So I'm about to eat like all the words I just said. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Some of them, yeah.
This car looks the part. And I got to say, I hate the 99, the dot one wheels. I like these wheels. I think that they really
That's not true. That's not true. You're wrong.
set the
You're
car
wrong.
off
You're
so
wrong.
much better.
You're wrong.
I am so right on this one.
Okay.
I also like lobster claws, but we don't call them
Forks.
claws.
Lobster fork.
Whatever. I like those. So I'm in the minority. But look, I like this car. It looks. I don't like the extra wing.
Extra. That's right.
I don't like.
That's the wing.
I don't like that wing. Yeah, but it still articulates, right?
Yeah, it goes. Whoo, it goes up diagonally just a little bit.
There's just something about this car that looks better than the last one.
So much better.
But it's not. It's the design. It's the facelift. It just looks better. I don't know, and it looks like it was. Well, maybe it's just a reflection. It's got equal.
It's not a reflection. It's three-dimensional.
No, that's that. But like, I thought the paint didn't match. Yes, they hit something. All right, so some paint work. You can see it's a little scruffier than we first thought when we looked at it.
Wait, is that that's got to be a reflection, right? Oh no, those are vents. Those are reflections from vents. I'm an idiot.
That's reflections for sure. All right, so nice car, some paint imperfections
And reflections.
and reflections. It's tell me about the interior.
Yeah, interior is black. Let's flip over to that. Interior is black, which I'm not the biggest fan of this monochromatic look, but I think it's a good looking car. Oh, yeah.
Also a car that does this not have sports seats? No, it has the
Comfy.
tombstones. 40,000 miles, turbo cab, but it's facelifted. All right, give me where are we at on the
Where's it currently?
yeah, where is it currently?
With 3.5 hours to go, it's at 82,000 US dollars.
Okay, with 40,000 miles on
But
it.
don't make your prediction yet.
Okay. But wait, there's more.
But because there's an accident Yeah, minor damage to its left side after hitting a parked vehicle.
Oof.
It hit the parked vehicle. And it
That's
only has one key. This is a PSA to every car owner out there. Do not have only one key for your car. And if you're going to sell your car, get the other key.
yes,
Yeah.
1,000% agree. It's a lot less expensive when you don't need it. If you lose the one key and you have to go get another one and you don't have one to show, it becomes a goat rodeo that you don't want to be a part of.
Yeah, just push the car into the ocean at that point and collect
Yeah, it's done.
insurance.
That's it. Nothing we could do. That's that.
There's no better option than that. Okay, so we're at $82,000. What are you thinking about this car?
Remind me again of the year
It's
because
a
I
2011?
2011. I think this is going to
Wait a
do.
second. Hold on a second. Let me ask you, did you do any research for the show? I gave you all the cars ahead of time.
I just
Okay.
have short-term memory issues. It doesn't make me a bad guy. It just makes me confused. We just looked at 6 cars. They're all blending together. This car, I think this is going to do 95.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I said 92.
Okay.
If it didn't have the accident, if it didn't have some paint issues, I could see it going 110. But I think it's just got a couple of minor issues.
It's fascinating to me that people will leave 10, 15, 20 grand on the table because they won't hire somebody for $700 to take some good photos.
Yeah.
But it happens every day.
It happens every single day on every platform.
So what did we learn today?
All right. So if you're not familiar with Bring a Trailer and Cars and Bids, you need to climb out from that rock that you're under, look around, and recognize that if you want to sell online, you're not selling on eBay, you're not selling on Craigslist. Does Craigslist still exist? You might be selling on Marketplace. You'd sell on Marketplace before you'd go to eBay, but most people will sell their car on Cars and Bids, Bring a Trailer, Car Marketplace, MB Market, Haggerty, tons of online platforms, but the premier are Cars and Bids and Bring a Trailer. Do you know when these two platforms started?
If we go back millions of years when the universe was created, I mean, a very short period of time. Let me see. Bring a Trailer's got to be 2014. I know that Cars and Bids didn't show up until 6 years later, and I'm not just reading it. I've known this forever.
So Randy started Bring a Trailer in 2014. In 2020, Hearst made some sort of purchase or agreement with him. So Doug DeMuro, who is famous for his podcasts and his car reviews, he started in 2020, and then in 2023, Sharon Group, which is a private equity, something
Yeah,
like that,
private equity. Yeah.
they gave him a cash infusion. So neither of these is owned by the founder, but I think they're both still holding true to their missions.
That's true. And I guess it's worth noting that buying, selling automobiles has evolved so much in the last 5 years. These guys were really at the right place at the right time.
Yes.
Finally getting to use the internet for good in terms of, look, we have much more information about the cars we buy than we've ever had before.
Right.
So it
And
seems,
and we're
well,
going to let people talk about them, which was brilliant. The social aspect of a car auction, it was the game changer.
the hive mind definitely brings some insight that individuals just don't have. And while that's not great for sellers all the time, in a way it also is because your buyers are doing their due diligence by just sitting behind their screen. So
Correct.
I find a lot of value here.
I happen to think that the peanut gallery's comments always help the buyer, even if it's negative. It gives the seller an opportunity to show what he or she is made of. So if you're getting a lot of shade thrown at you in the comments, you can handle that in a way that turns the auction around or brings people closer to you, or you can handle it poorly and light the whole thing on fire.
Right. I have nothing to add to that. I think that that's completely valid.
Whew, finally. So let's take a look at some numbers. Who performs better? But if you look at the sell through, 78% versus 77%, they're pretty close. And if we're just talking about cars that have a reserve, 65% versus 61, it's within 10% of each other's. I think both platforms have a lot to offer. I think a younger audience tends to turn up to cars and bids.
Cars and Bids started out as only selling cars from, I think the 80s were the cutoff, but it was originally designed to appeal to the young timers, and the people that like the young timer cars are the younger audience. So you're spot on. I mean, Cars and Bids since then has opened it up to classics and more things. And worth noting, so has Bring a Trailer. You can buy a tank on Bring a Trailer.
You could. Did you see that Sherman tank that was listed this week?
I did. It should be showing up next week.
I think the only thing we need to do now is wrap up.
All right. So today we looked at a number of different automobiles and we kind of compared and contrasted between two auction sites. What we attempted to do was bring similar cars and see what each one was going to bid up to, depending on the platform they were on. And so next week we'll see how we did.
Oh, yeah. If you like the show, subscribe. If you really like the show, give us a thumbs up. If you really, really like the show, leave a comment.
Bond, I want to talk to the people.
Yes. Talking
All right.
directly to you. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving.
We'll see you next time.
We'll be here.